Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about Victoria Beckham makeup. I have never tried the Victoria Beckham makeup and I've always been wanting to. And they had that 20% off the whole website sale and I went and picked up almost everything. I picked up one of each except the serum or like skincare stuff. Those were pretty expensive and I have so many primers, so much skincare that I didn't want to try that right now. And then I think the mascara seemed to be just very soft, very natural, and I'm not about that life. So I picked a little bit of everything and I'm super excited to try it on for you guys. If you are interested, continue watching. If you're new here, please subscribe down below and let's get into this amazing makeup. So this is how the box came. It was prettier, but I kind of just opened up everything. I didn't try them on, but I wanted to look at them, except this. I tried this lipstick yesterday for Thanksgiving and it was amazing. So the packaging is just a simple cream color with just black writing. It all kind of came the same. And they gave you a little bag like this if you want to put your makeup in, which, you know, I don't know. So what I got one lip liner. I wanted to get a few, but they're sold out of the ones I wanted. So I just got one. I got one of her, what is this? The lipstick, the Posh lipstick. I got one bronzer. I got an eyeshadow palette. I got two toppers because this is just something that I really love. I got a cream blush, and then here, this is the set, the like holiday set with all the eyeliners. And the reason I got this one, if I can open it, how it looks like. Here you go. So you have all the 7 liners there, a sharpener, and then a really nice little pouch where you can put your things in. It seems nice quality. But the reason I got this one, because the color I wanted, which was cocoa, was all sold out. And I really want to try the silver one, which was all sold out at the moment. I think they did bring it back in stock. And this seemed to be a decent deal, plus 20% off, and I've heard so many people raving about the eyeliners. And honestly, I don't have a ton of eyeliners. I'm very basic with my eyeliners, so I wanted to try a few colors. So I ended up purchasing just the big set, and I'm super excited. So that's all we have. That's $500 later. All right, so the packaging is just absolutely stunning. Look at this. This is a Christmas morning for me. I am so excited. They feel nice and sturdy. But the one thing that I've noticed is that the closure, this is the bronzer. It's kind of a pain to like close it and like, it's not working great. So I'm not very happy with that. Like it won't stay closed even if I push really, really hard. So I don't know if it's a defect. Yeah, I think it's a little bit defected because if I pull the tab out just a little bit here, it will snap closed, but most of the time it doesn't. Yeah, so that kind of sucks actually. And then this is the eyeshadow palette. I got the color Tweed. This one I don't have issues with that. That's the palette. So that was one thing. This one actually you have to push it in. So I've already done my foundation and my concealer and my brows. That's all we have on, because we do have eyes, we have lips, we have blush, and we have bronzer. I did swatch the bronzer. I haven't put it on, and I looked at it and I was like, ooh, that may be a little bit light. I have in the shade 2, but once I swatched it, it had a lot of pigment. So I will swatch them for you right here. So those are the colors from the bronzer, shade 2. And I think they're going to work well. This is light, but I'm probably going to use that more as a contour. And this is a good bronzer. I want to compare them to my Charlotte Tilbury. So I have Charlotte Tilbury in medium here. And I want to see the color difference. So that is the Charlotte Tilbury, and as you can see, it's lighter than this one. I would say the Victoria Beckham has a little bit more pinky undertone. It's not something that you can't use, but compared to this one, as you can see, this one has more of that browny neutral undertone. I consider this to be a little bit more cool tone. I wonder how the number 3 is of this one, because I've heard some people say that the number 3 works really well for them and they're kind of my skin tone. So anyway, I'm excited to try this. I did want to compare it to my Tom Ford. This is the Glow Bronzer in Terra, because this one has more of that like neutral pinkish undertone. So let's swatch this one here. Yeah, this is even more cooler tone than the Victoria Beckham. So this is the Tom Ford one, and then to the Victoria Beckham, and then the Charlotte Tilbury. I hope that gives you guys an idea of the undertone for these. All right, let's put it on. I'm going to take a Refer number 19, and I'm going to use the contour side of this one, or the lighter one. I'm not even sure if this is supposed to be a contour, but I think on me it would look good as a contour. Okay, so let's try this on. The formula seems so extremely creamy. I was surprised. And soft, but not like powdery soft. It has some powder left over, but nothing crazy. I will say that the mirror is nice and big, but it's very wide. So I'm going to take my actual mirror to see. Okay, that is a beautiful contour-ish color for me. Like, it's not super intense. It's soft and it blends in so well. I really like the undertone as well, mostly for a good contour. So this is with contour, without. I think it's super, super pretty. It's skin-like, it's seamless on the skin. It's perfection. Okay, I didn't expect anything else just because I heard that the bronzer is amazing and it's really easy and soft to work with. So I am gonna take a big old brush. This is the Refer number 30. And I'm going to take a little bit of the deeper side. I'm going to pack it a little bit here, just I'll be careful. And then bronze up this side. There's a piece. So that's the bronzer and the contour together. I think it's perfect on the skin. I don't think it's too cool tone, too red, too brown at all. I actually feel like it looks very soft. I would say that the number 3 on me, I think would be too much, too dark probably, because this looks nice. I am a little bit self-tan now as well, so when I'm a little lighter, I think it will be just, I couldn't go deeper than this. It's a perfect, like, can you see how smooth it looks on the skin? It looks great. All right, guys, this is the bronzer. I think it is perfection. I really like the undertone. I love the formula. I think it's I think it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, let's move on to, let's see if we can close this. Oh, we closed this time. Let's move on to the cream blush, and this is one of her newest releases. I got mine in the color Playground, and it's a nude color. This is it right here. Oh, let me clean my hand. So it has this Victoria Beckham, like VB stamp on it. And this is the packaging. It's really nice and sturdy. Kind of looks like a lipstick. So let me swatch the color. Ooh, yes. I love these colors. I almost picked one that was just a little bit more pink, but I'm like, this is what I like. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to swipe it first and see how this works. I'm gonna put just a little bit and use my fingers. It is a harder texture. Like, it's not extremely emollient, but it hasn't picked my foundation from underneath. It definitely is a harder texture. It's not as creamy as other ones, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing because it stays more in place. I watched Tara Lynn's review of this one, and I think what she was saying is that you can still see the color. It's not a see-through color, which I can see what she was talking about. I do love cream blushes, and wow. That looks stunning. I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and try to build it up a little bit. This color is amazing. It's perfection. I was a little bit worried that this one may be a little bit too brown, but on the skin, it does pull a little bit of pink, which is really, really nice. So pretty. I will take my Real Techniques blush brush and see if it'll blend it in on this side. Again, the texture's kind of harder texture, so I don't know if it'll blend it with this. Well, it will. Blended it actually much faster than without that, than with my finger. That actually blended it better than my fingers. It was easier. I do think that you don't get a ton of blush, and it is kind of pricey, and I feel like you gotta use quite a bit because it's not quite as emollient. I feel like I need to build it up a little bit, but ooh, it makes my skin look so good. It's not too glowy. Honestly, it actually looks more of a matte finish. I don't see a ton of glow to it. It just blends into the skin really, really well. I'm gonna try to add just a little bit more with my finger. Honestly, the brush that I think would work well is this one right here from Sonia G. This is the classic base. It's kind of dirty, so I don't want to use it, but I think that one would work so well with this blush. So this is the blush Playground. I'm loving it. I think it's a very perfecting on the skin, at least in person. It looks like skin, but it's not too glowy, and it's very pretty. I think it's just a little bit harder to work with because the formula is a little harder pressed, so it's not super emollient. When it's super emollient, I feel like I can definitely blend it in easier, but usually it does fade faster, and sometimes it can lift foundation from underneath. This has not lifted anything. It has good pigmentation, but I felt like I had to work with it a little bit, like blend it into the skin a little bit more, but it seems to be completely set, which means that probably it's going to last much longer than just a super creamy blush. Okay, I am going to move on to my lips right now because they are so extremely dry. They feel like rarely do I have such issues with my lips. I was a little sick, so I think that just ruined it. But I did wear this one yesterday. I got mine in the shade Spice, and I did try to pair it with the lip liner that I got. This is number 3. It's just a little bit too pink for the lip liner. So that's the color number 3, the lip liner. And then I'll try the color Spice. It's stunning. It's like amazing. It's my go-to kind of nude. So I didn't love it together, so I went yesterday and used some of my Cosmetics in Mink to blend that in, but I will try these together for you guys. But I may dabble into my Cosmetics just because it has more of that brownie undertone. This is a great lip liner. I just want to purchase the shade number 2. I think that's gonna be like my Mink color from Cosmetics. Again, my lips are extremely dry and cracked, and anyway. Because my lips have been kind of sore and like almost swollen, I feel like I've gotten lip injections. I woke up one day, like 2 days ago, I think, and my lips were like so big and cracked and red. I was like, this literally looks like I got injections. And it's like next day swollen lips. So as you can tell, it's more of pinky undertone, which is not my favorite in lips. But this one with the color Posh, I think so. I think those would match so well. I adore the formula of this. It is creamy, but it's not too creamy where it deposits the color perfectly, but it seems like it's gonna stay a long time. The other 2 shades, the shade 1 and 2 become available, I will absolutely purchase it because this is one of my most favorite formula of lip liners. It's easy to work with, and just overall, I adore this kind of formula. So I'm taking the color Spice and kind of going all over. And see how that one has more of that cooler, more brownie undertone rather than pink. I feel like they kind of clash. I almost didn't pick it up because I was like, oh, it's just a basic kind of just lipstick that's a little glossy, but the color I absolutely adore. And I think it looks so good on the lips. Now that my lips are so raw and they hurt so much, this I kept reapplying throughout the night yesterday because it made them feel so good. It made them feel plumper and look plumper without all the little cracks in it. But so pretty, and I love the undertone. I'm gonna take the Cosmetics lip liner in Mink and just kind of adjust the color a little bit. Okay, now moving on to the eyes. Now I have so many options for the eyes. I have the eyeshadow palette. I have 2 toppers. I have the color Honey and Tea Rose. I did see that she came out with a silver color and the chiffon color, which is more of a, it looked like champagne color, but I didn't get excited about that one. The silver one almost, but because I have the silver liner, I was like, let me just pick these 2. They're classic. Everybody seems to love them, and we'll see how we get along with this one. But I really want to use some of the liners. I'm going to use everything today. So this palette is so tiny. It is, let me show you. These 2 are like bigger than the palette. Oh gosh. Like this is so tiny. I'm trying to compare it to something. This is my Cosmetics, and this is literally the same size. So you guys can have an idea how tiny this palette is. I mean, it's not big at all. I really think I like that. I just like tiny little things, and hopefully the colors will work well because this is so expensive. I did forget to put a highlighter on. I'm gonna take this one right here, my Peau de Peche. I'm kind of slightly obsessed with this, and I'm just gonna add a little bit just to give some life to my cheeks. See? I mean, I feel like that just took my makeup to the next level. It's so perfect. Okay, moving on to eyes. So I picked this one because it seemed the most interesting to me. Yeah, I picked this one. Let's go in with this bigger shade here. I don't know the color of this one. Caramel. And I'm just gonna put that, I guess, in my crease. Oh, yes, it has pigment. It has good pigment. That definitely blended in so fast. And the color is perfect. Like the undertone of the brown is perfect. Now that blended in so fast and so easy. Wow. Okay, on a smaller brush, this is a Real Techniques ones. Let's take the brown next to it and just intensify this look. Now, I don't know if I want to use all these colors because I want to use these toppers and I want to use some of the liners. I don't know. Again, this was so fast to blend, so easy. And you know, this Real Techniques brush it's fine, but it's not like a Wayne Goss brush to where you can say that, oh, the brush does all the blending. This is a nice drugstore brush that blended that in like seconds. Now let me swatch this color right here. Wow, these are more pigmented than I was expecting. I didn't even swatch them yet. So these are the colors that you get. Did you see that pigment? Okay, let's swatch. Well, they're not swatching great. These are the swatches and they actually don't swatch great at all, but that doesn't matter because they blend in so well on the eyes. And they seem dry, like pretty dry, but I don't see a ton of fallout or anything like that. But you saw how they swatched, pretty dry. Again, I don't care how things swatch because that doesn't mean anything to me. On my lower lash line, I'm going to take that first brown right there and put it on the lower lash line. I kind of always say end and then I forget to continue because I'm so concentrated on my eye look. I'm going to take the next brown, the deeper one next to it, and intensify this corner. All right, those are like two perfect browns. I am gonna take this copper, this red, like whatever color that is. I don't want to do that because I have the other toppers to use, but for the sake of trying this palette, I will take it on a super fluffy brush. I'm gonna take most of it off and see if I can just add a little bit of that red in the crease to change the tone slightly. You know, like kind of like that. I think that color actually would be pretty all over the lid, but I just wanted to add just a little bit of that color. Those are perfect. I think I'm gonna take this one just to try it again. I probably wouldn't want to put it with the toppers that I have, but let's just try. I have this tiny Refer number 23. And I'm gonna use this almost as a liner. If you don't own this brush from Refer, you have to. You have to. It makes liners and just tight lining and just any detail work so much easier. And I think Refer does have a sale right now. That palette is very expensive, but if you just want something simple, some colors that blend themselves, and it's small and compact, this is amazing. Now, I did hear people complaining that there's no actual dividers, which I can see. Like if you use this up and you know, use this one up or this one, I could see how this could break. I don't know if people have gone through it and have some thoughts on that, but I could see how that could happen. And having just some small dividers probably would be better. Now, it was easy to use like this. It was very easy to use. I didn't find it hard or difficult for me to like kind of get my brush in there. And I kind of like that they gave you quite a bit of this one because most likely you're going to use that. I know this one is just the smallest, which probably they think people will use it more as a liner or just to darken up an area. So I kind of like the amount that they give you because I'm definitely going to go through this one the most because you use it in every look. Okay, let's move on to the lid lusters. Is that what they're called? It is, yeah, lid luster. So I have here the color Honey, and I'll show you the packaging actually before I take it out. It has the same packaging as the other ones. They seem very, very nice and sturdy. You have this stopper. Usually you want to keep this, that way the color won't dry out. And let's try this. Oh, okay. I thought this would be a little bit more crumbly, but it's softer and creamier than I thought it would be. It's actually extremely creamy. Okay, that is the color Honey. Ooh, this is intense. It's so bright that I'm blinding you guys. But it's soft. It's like kind of harder pressed, and I don't find it to have that much glitter as like the Hourglass. At least this shade. It seems to be just a softer color. And then let's try Tea Rose, which is the one I was probably most excited about. Yeah, this one definitely has more going on, like more things going on in the color. I hope you guys can tell that it has like more shimmer, a little bit more texture within it. It's actually really pretty. I think I'm going to use them both because I want to. I'm going to take the Tea Rose color first and put it kind of all over the lid. Definitely with my finger. Just overall, these kinds of shades or formula, you want to use your finger or something that's just super densely packed. Okay, this color is stunning. This is a very textured, but in the best way. Like you can see the glitters. They're extremely fine, but you can see the difference in color. This is perfect. On the eyes, it almost looks a little bit more golden because it has that gold glitter in it. It's so beautiful. I don't know if the camera can pick up how stunning this color actually is, but oh, it's perfect. It's so beautiful. I will take the color Honey. I'm trying to think what I should do with it. I want to try it, but I may actually put it on the lower inner part, lower lash line. Yeah. I'm going to take it a little bit here as well on the inner part. Because the color Tea Rose already has a lot of gold shimmer in it, I think these will work. Because the color Honey, it definitely has that honey color gold I actually think this looks really pretty. I love these lid lusters. May have to go in for the newer ones, the chiffon and the metallic ones. The sale's still going on, so I may have to pick up more of the lipsticks and the lid lusters. I think that is beautiful. No fallout, like not one dot of fallout. There's some black right here, which is probably from, you know, yesterday. But besides that, absolutely no fallout. Let me show you guys these lip liners because I did swatch them. I was so excited about these. It was an investment for me, but I wanted some good eyeliners. I've swatched them, but I haven't tried them on my eyes. With this look, I think I'm gonna go for the gold and the cocoa color. I think those two will work well. There's a Bordeaux color here. Let me swatch them all for you. Let's start with black. And even the packaging feels nice and sturdy. Let's get all that glitter off my hand. Okay, so I'll show you how I'm barely touching and like pigment. I mean, it's crazy. My phone is bothering me, bothering us. Then let's move on to this color. This is a gray color, and this is called Ash. And on the other side, they do have like this to blend it in with. And I always pick that one up. I will say that I'm just overall not loving how the packaging is. Now, I like the actual packaging. I think it's luxurious, but the closure of these, it sucks. I really don't like it. Okay, so this color is Ash. It's kind of like a gray, but it's extremely intense. Because you push it in, it has like a little lock, but you have to really pull for the lock to release the top, and you can kind of smudge the eyeliner. I hope that makes sense. Let's try the blue. See, I'm like scared to pull on it because it's gonna touch the side and it's gonna be so creamy, it'll mess it up. Okay, so this is the blue color. So beautiful. So extremely creamy. This is probably one of the creamiest formula I've tried for eyeliner. So this is the color Cocoa, wrong side. And this is the one I think I'm going to use today. And there we go. These are so creamy. I keep repeating myself. The color Bordeaux is, I think, what everybody went crazy when she first came out. These swatches keep getting smaller. This color, I remember everybody was going crazy after. And I know Charlotte Tilbury came out with the Pillow Talk color that was kind of similar to this one. And so we have two left. We have the gold one. Oh, I hate this packaging. It won't open, and I've already messed one of my liners. Anyway, and then this is the gold. I may swatch it here. They are so creamy. I may put that one in my waterline. And then let's try the silver one. The silver one's probably the most unique one. I'll do a bigger swatch so you guys can see kind of the glitter in it. This is beautiful. So these are the swatches for all the 7 eyeliners. So let's first start with the gold one. And I'm gonna put this in my waterline. Let's see. That was really creamy. I want her to come out with a cream color, like the nude colors, because that's what I wear on my waterline. This is pretty. I think on me it's not super noticeable. Mostly when I put mascara on. I don't think it's gonna show that much, but I probably would use this one. Let's use it on the top a little bit, just here, to emphasize the color. I'm literally just playing with liners. There's no rhyme or reason of what I'm doing. So I added a little bit of the gold on the top liner. Now let's take the color Cocoa, and I think I'm gonna just do a smudgy line with this. Wow, these are so creamy. This is amazing. I'm gonna take the other side and see if I can smudge it. That is the perfect color because it's like a darker brown and it smudges so easily. These are so creamy. I do wonder how well they'll last in my waterline. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if this smudges because it's so creamy to where I'm wondering, will this smudge on me? Let's take the black one and put it in my waterline, on the top waterline. Whew, this is so pigmented. It's like you barely touch and it's there. These actually remind me of my Boss liner from Milk Makeup. They have the same intensity. I'll let you guys know in the description box if they do smudge or not. Okay, I think I played enough with the eyes. I'm gonna put mascara and come back and give you guys my final thoughts on the Victoria Beckham collection. So this is the finished look with the Victoria Beckham products that I purchased. First of all, as a brand, an overall brand, a review, I am so impressed. But I wasn't expecting anything else. The prices are pretty high, but the products, every single one of them performed amazing. I have no complaints overall. Besides the packaging, just the closure of everything. This is the bronzer. It's a pain, you know, like it won't stay closed, and that's very annoying when you pay that much money for it. The same even with this one, it's just a pain to actually open this product up, and you really have to push to close it. The liners, eyeliners, kind of the same. I ruined a couple of the liners because I had to pull so hard to open, and you can't pull straight out, so you'll touch the sides, and the eyeliners are so extremely creamy that it will ruin it. But the packaging for the eyes, this Topper's Lid Lustre, amazing. I really like the packaging for the lip product. All that is good. Now, besides the packaging, the actual product, the bronzer was absolutely amazing. The colors are perfection. They work so well for my skin tone, and they blended in like amazing. Now, the lip products, I think the lip liner I really like. I find it to be a formula and a texture that I really enjoy. It's probably one of my go-to formulas. I don't love the actual color. Number 3 is just a little bit pink, but it has its place for sure. The lippy, this one right here, oh, that's the that's the blush. That was the lippy. Here, I really like the packaging. It's a very slim. I really like the formula. Now, is the money worth it? I think you can find a similar formula at a way cheaper price. It's nothing revolutionary. I enjoy it. It makes my lips feel very good because they're so dry right now. So I really like it. I like the undertone. I like the color Spice. Now, I don't mind spending the money. So for me, I'm probably going to purchase another color. But if it's something that money is an issue and you're like, oh, is that worth it? Is that my hard-earned money worth it? I think you could probably find similar formula even at the drugstore. For the blush, I mean, the blush hasn't budged at all. It looks just the same as when I applied it, which I would say it's probably been an hour now, but I don't think it's gonna move. I think it's gonna stay in place. Now the glow that you see is from the Peche from Westman Atelier, but I do really like the blush. I need to wear it a few more times, but I love the color. I think it was a little hard to blend on the skin because of the texture, but once it's blended, it looks like skin, and I think it's gonna last a long time, and I really like it. I really like that one. The lid toppers, yes, yes, yes. I just adore these. I think that color, the rose tea rose, is stunning. I need to try the honey by itself, but I think I'm gonna try to pick the chiffon color and the silver one, because I really like these. They're creamier than I thought they would be, and there's absolutely no fallout. I think they're amazing. Now this little guy right here, this is the eyeshadow palette. I really like it. I really do. It's so expensive, definitely not worth the money. You can pick a color like this from any other palette. Like Pat McGrath has so many, I'm sorry, Natasha Denona has so many browns like that. I think you can find a dupe for every single one of these, but I love the packaging. It feels luxurious, and it makes me feel like I'm in the 20s with this packaging. I don't know, it's so tiny, like look at that. Which I actually really enjoy. I thought that they blended in really well if you're a minimalist with makeup and you just want to feel luxurious. Something like this may be just for you, but that is dupable. Absolutely. It's nothing unique. I do enjoy it. What else? I think all we have left is the eyeliners, and so far I'm very impressed. I wanted to see if this smudged. No, not yet. I don't see any smudging so far. The black is still on the top line and the gold is still on the bottom line. I wish they would come out with a cream color. I'm excited to try the Bordeaux color. I think this would be so pretty with dark eyes like mine. And the blue one looks stunning. I'm just excited about those. And I'm glad I got the set. I'm kind of excited about this thing. It feels like great quality. So yeah, that is everything I tried from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I'm very impressed about the brand. It is like Christmas morning for me right now. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go outside and look at my makeup out in the natural light. Everything is beautiful. Just beautiful, and I enjoyed some things more than others. Again, the packaging, the closure I don't love, but I'm willing to overlook that because the products are that impressive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun playing with this. I love to hear your thoughts down below. Do you have any products that you tried? Any suggestions? I just absolutely love hearing from you guys and chit-chatting with you. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.